Namaskar dosto. Today is 24th May 2021. Welcome to my channel Tradeplan Nifty. This channel is my journey in stock market where on daily basis on this specific video I disclose my trade plan for Nifty for the next trading session, review today's trade, share my learning and MTM at end of the video. I hope these discussions will add value to your trade setup and trading ideas. So before we get into our analogy, let's see how the global markets are looking. So when we look into S&P 500, what we see is that S&P 500 is looking super bullish, where it has crossed about 20 bar, and now it is going up. So this is definitely a very good sign for all the equity market, and this is mainly because U.S. government 10 bond yield has gone below 20 and is now trending at around 1.6. So this is definitely a very good sign for the equity market across the world. Now, when we look into dollar index is also trending down around 89.8. So this is also a very good sign for a bank nifty. So overall, the global signs are looking super bullish. Now, when we look into Lalaji, our Lalaji on weekly basis, it has closed above 8, above 20, above 50, and above 200. So definitely an uptrend. On daily chart, again, Lalaji has closed above all the moving average, that is 8, 20, 50, and 200. So this is also the market is looking uptrend, and now market is taking a support on my blue magical line. I use a very simple trade setup. If you want to know more about my trade setup, then please check out my video called Trade Setup on my YouTube channel, Tradeplan Nifty. We have formed now a red doji here. Some may say that this is a reversal, but we need to look for another candle to confirm the reversal here. But as of now, what we can see that on daily basis, market is definitely an uptrend. Now on 15-minute chart, when we see a near-term weakness where Laraji has closed below 8, below 20, just above 50 and above 200. So definitely the market is in near-term downward direction, but on daily and weekly it is in uptrend. Now let's see what CPR is telling us. So now when we look into CPR, tomorrow's CPR is way above today's CPR. So this confirms the bullish nature of the market. So the market profile confirms the trend that the trend is in upward direction. Now tomorrow is a very interesting day. If you see here, the width of the CPR tomorrow is extremely narrow. Now whenever you have such a narrow CPR, it is an indication that it could be a big trend day tomorrow. Now when we look into SGX, currently the SGX is at 15259, which is closer to R1 15260 now. So it is just above the, or just touching the today's range, that is previous day high. It's closer to R1 and as well as H4 for tomorrow, which is at 15258. So for tomorrow, uh, the correct trade plan or official trade plan is buy on dip. So if for any reason market opens between pivot and the PD range or previous day high, somewhere in between, then look for a dip towards pivot, which is at 15199 or 15,200, and any dip towards pivot is a buy for a target of 15,300. And the second trade could be a 15-minute breakout. If a 15-minute breakout is happening on the upside, then there is a trade which one would like to take. Market is definitely in one side of the corner, and now we have weekly resistance at 15303. So if on 15-minute breakout, if market goes up at 15303, then we are already at one corner of that particular day. And at 15303, you have to be very careful to see if it is able to cross above 303 and R2. If that is not happening, Then from here, a short towards pivot, that is 15192, is also a possibility. So tomorrow is again going to be a tricky day. For any reason, if market is opening below pivot, which is at 15,200, there is definitely a sell on rise for a target of 15,000, 15047. So there's the trade plan for tomorrow. On open, 15 breakout or a buy on dip at a pivot if the open is above pivot. And if for any reason market is opening above 15255, then it's definitely going to be a trend day. So then 15-minute breakout is a trade which one would like to take. Please consult your financial advisor before you take any trade. Now let's review today's trade. So for today, my trade plan was with the expectation that market is going to have a very narrow range or a sideway market, and that is exactly what happened today. The whole idea was that I shouldn't have taken any trade, but my trade plan was to buy on dip, and the market on this green bar actually touched the VA edge of for today, and then it moved up. So here, if I put a limit order, that could have been good entry, but this is very difficult to enter. So I missed this entry here. And then for some strange reason, I thought that market is at one corner of the one corner on the weekly side at very high, and I changed my position to PE. And on this red bar, I entered on my first PE position, and then I entered a second PE position on second lot on this red bar, and I completely missed my trade plan here. Eventually, nothing happened the whole day. I had kept my stop loss just above R1, and then just in the last 1 hour, this green bar took me off the market, and then suddenly we had a two big fall, two red bar. And this particular red bar actually went below my magical line, and there I decided that I will carry one lot home. Uh, but eventually, market moved up on the last bar. So as of now, I'm carrying one PE home. Although I was having some trade on Hero Corp, and I played on that future, and eventually I had an MTM of 5,000 rupees, and that's a one PE position which I'm carrying home. So what's my learning today? My learning today is that stick to a trade plan. My trade plan was very clear that I knew that I'm going to have a narrow range today. So idea was to play only with one lot and if possible not to trade. Second is if you are entering any option, the stop loss has to be minimum 50 point away. There is no point of keeping a stop loss, a smaller stop loss, because then it will take you out of the trade. So maintain a 50 point stop loss by default for any uh, trade and play with that trade in mind. So enter a market with the thought of losing money in the market, and a 50 point stop loss is something which you need to keep to be in the trend if you are very sure about in which direction market is going to go. So tomorrow again is going to be a tricky day, but definitely it's going to be trending day tomorrow. Looks like trending day or a range breakout day. So anything PD high, if it's broken up, that could be a new high which may see coming in. Uh, I hope these discussions have added value to your trade setup and trading ideas. Stay healthy, wear mask. Jai Hind.